weather for pickpocketing. So Pete the Pilcher set out for the fair. Some version of that. Now this might be a longer scene. It might take 3 or 4 minutes to tell this story in this scene.
Always give me long lines.
It's good for your vocals. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, enjoy.
It was perfect weather for pickpocketing, and Peter the pickpocketer was ready for a day in the sun. As he walked through the crowds, he thought to himself,
if I can find a rich woman with a purse not down her top, I will be wealthy for the rest of my days.
and Peter the pickpocketer was in luck, for at that very moment, what seemed like a glamorous supermodel began to walk past. As she stopped to look at the brand new sale season in the window, Peter could not help but glance at a bag gingerly dangling from her left elbow.
Versace?
He said, the supermodel unaware, looking in the window and gasping at the new dress.
Divine.
As she plan. And then he realised maybe he wanted more than a handbag. Maybe he wanted the supermodel. He thought to himself some pickup lines, such as,
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
no, he thought. He tried it out.
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Not great, but he decided to go with that. Three breaths, get a bit of strength to pass the supermodel out. It happened. A man's worst nightmare. The supermodel's mother turned up.
Marjorie, enough with the sales shopping. Your credit card is maxed out.
She said, clearly realising that she should be shopping herself given those shoes and pants. In today's story, supermodel said to her mother,
Mum, it's okay if you dad's now.
Oh, well, if you're going to use Edward's credit card, let's go to town.
so they went to town. They caught a bus. And then they got off the bus. All the while not realising Peter the pickpocketer was still behind them. Stalking, following. Now he got up a different pickup line.
I can get you away from your mother.
He thought to himself, as he approached his mother from behind with a mischievous grin on his face. The mother, unaware of what was happening, looking at cheap Target lingerie, was leaning over into a bargain bin when Peter the pickpocketer said very mischievously,
There's a very rich man about to die over there.
Where?
She gasped as she looked around frantically looking for the dying yet incredibly rich man.
On the other side of the very busy street.
Oh, I'll be off then.
She cried and she ran off. Said the supermodel, kind of interested whether the mother went, but still more worried about the sales. Now was Peter the pickpocketer's chance.
If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
The supermodel looked at him, confused, and said,
Well, that depends.
he said, leaning closer, wanting to know the next part of this story.
How rich are you?
She murmured in a sexy, sultry, deep voice.
More wealthy than the stars.
As the supermodel's face beamed with delight, she allowed Peter the pickpocketer to wrap his arms around her. She said to him,
Would you be my husband?
and he replied,
Oh, I didn't want a commitment.
That's okay. I got the Corvette.
Corvette, he heard? A Corvette, he actually heard. I need to talk properly. He gave her a hug and embraced her again. He said,
I've always wanted to drive a red Corvette.
Unbeknownst to the supermodel, his left hand slid below into her pants pocket, lifted up her purse, and threw it into the back of his pocket. Then he stared her in the eyes and said,
Darling, it's over.
the supermodel cried. And then she saw a sale table. And it was... Oops.
I've got that in blue.
Which is what she'd always wanted. And as the supermodel waddled off to go and spend the credit card that she stole from her mother, she thought to herself,
He won't do that again.
the moral of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, supermodels aren't always ready for love.